about to witness a seismic event. Now, let the party begin.
Your healthy radio addiction starts now.
Hollywood's Motorcycle Madhouse on iHeartRadio.
And welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Motorcycle Madhouse. The whole chat room is full. How y'all doing out there? Norse, Mr. Perfect, and JB. By the way, I wanted to congratulate JB and Ant on being cancer-free. That is awesome stuff right there, man. That's some good news. Good news, good news. So hopefully the stream is going good for y'all right now. And you guys are having a damn good night tonight. Man, we got a lot of news, don't we, tonight? I'm sure you guys have been all over by JB or BD's channel. What the fuck am I doing over here, man? I'm all mouth today. But let's start out with some news, then we'll get into the subject. And, of course, later on we'll get into the call-in segment. And the number is right there on the screen for you. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Spread the word. That's the best way to help us out. But students over here in Illinois, man, I think they're messed up. You got a bunch of them that got hospitalized for eating gummy bears laced with pot. Who doesn't love gummy bears, though? Well, at least 13 students in Naperville had to. I guess they're weak, but nah, man, they shouldn't be doing that bullshit. You never freaking lace anybody's stuff with anything, man. That ain't cool. Anyway, according to the WLS, confirmed 13 cases where students were hospitalized after eating the gummy bears. They were allegedly laced with marijuana. And right now, and I know shit, especially I go through the medical, you can get some straight up oil and shit, man, that you spread all over that stuff that you eat. And boy, does it light you up like a rocket. So I can feel for these kids, man, because I won't even go near some of that stuff, because a lot of it has about 80% THC. Anyway, the candy made the students both uncomfortable, I bet, and sick. In other news, you're getting sued, McDonald's. A man suing McDonald's over the 2-cheeseburger value meal. He says it's a ripoff. McDonald's is known for its catchy slogan, "I'm a-lovin' it." But you know what, man? You can actually just put one of them things on the counter and it'll last for like 100 years, them damn things. But anyway, one unhappy customer in Chicago. See, both of our freaks going around the country right now are out of Chicago, of course. Is not exactly loving the price of the so-called extra value meal. James Gertie is suing McDonald's restaurants in 2 Illinois counties, claiming the cheeseburger value meal are more expensive than the items if they're purchased separately. It comes out to about a 41-cent difference. So McDonald's out there scamming people. But here we go. I wanted to do this story so bad today, it was killing me. You know how everybody always out there saying that the 1%ers are criminals, blah, blah, blah? Well, I decided I'd like to pick a story each day to refute that. Ex-police chief in Florida, your neck of the woods, Ant, gets prison time for framing black people. A former Florida police chief will serve 3 years for a department conspiracy, and he wasn't the only one. A conspiracy involves more than one, to frame black people for crimes they did not commit. A federal judge in Miami handed out the sentence Tuesday against ex-Biscayne Park chief, holy shit, can't pronounce his name, 53, who pleaded guilty to ordering officers to falsely arrest black people for unsolved burglaries. 3 former officers have also pleaded guilty, so there's 4 right now in one township alone, which centered around his efforts to improve the department's crime-solving rate. Hey, he did it! Hey, it don't sound nothing new for them. Anyway, the Miami-Dade County Village has a population of 3,000 3,000 people. So the average right there, let's see here, that was very interesting, 3,000 people and 4 so far arrested. Yeah, the averages is going about what it is with the motorcycle club, stuff like that. Basically, he cried in front of a judge and said, when I took the job, I wasn't prepared. You freaking whiner. And that's out of USA Today. But also, you guys probably seen that firefighter video today, and it had to do with the firefighter. He died of cancer. It was determined by the board that the cancer was due to it was job related. Quite like what they was happening in New York after 9/11. God bless their souls. But anyway, they're refusing to pay this widow his pension. They're taking her to court and stuff like that. But comes out, Buffalo Grove, and this is where they're from, Dane Bradwick will receive a nearly 15% salary hike this year, along with a $15,000 bonus under a measure approved by the village trustees on Monday. So they can pay themselves, but they can't pay the widow of a guy who ran into a house while your ass is running out and you're better than them people. That's bullshit if you ask me. And this just goes to another, pattern with political officials that are getting the payouts while the regular working men and women are not getting the payouts. And this goes to that debacle down in Florida. Now, in Florida, they had that recount and all that bullshit with the Senate and governor's race. And by the way, and not to my people down in Florida, but come on, can't you guys count a damn ballot? Jesus, every freaking election, it's recount this, recount that, Chad this, Chad that. Jesus Christ, learn how to count down there. Anyway, Brenda Snipes, the election supervisor for Broward County, Florida, resigned after she came under scrutiny for the way her office handled this stuff. So she's going to be receiving $130,000 in annual pensions once she leaves office in January. Snipes already receives a pension of more than $58,000 from her time as an educator. So 58,000, 130,000, 100 and what? Oh my God, 80-something thousand dollars a year. Public service pays off, let me tell you. Only if you're in the political arm of it and you're not a firefighter, it looks like. And this, she got destroyed, man. She failed to turn in ballots, all that kind of shit. But, yeah, that's the news. Well, we got some big news coming out of Cali. And one of your favorite people has went down there and testified, and this is breaking now.
I've been a member for over 40 years. Okay. And I'm just simply inactive.
Can you tell me how's your experience? Like,
what experience?
Like being with them?
These are my friends. They're my brothers. They're great.
Absolutely.
They've been so cordial to me. My time here. How do you beat that? The thing for me is this. My whole thing is honesty. I don't run from being a Mongol. I never have. They just never brought it up when I went to governor. When I ran for governor, they didn't bring it up.
Do you still have your jacket? Or?
I have everything.
Do you have any tats?
Huh?
Do you have any tattoos?
No, I have tattoos, but not of the Mongols. I have Navy SEAL tattoos.
You still got your jacket, your bike?
I have everything. I'm simply inactive.
Right.
That's all, and that may end soon enough. I may go back somewhat active.
So Jesse might go back active, man. That would be pretty cool, man. But anyway, that's what's going on down in over on the West Coast with the Mongols right now. Jesse Ventura went down there, testified, because as everybody knows, the government's saying it's a criminal organization. They want to try to take their patch, and it's going to be about a 4 to 6 week type of trial. that's going on down there. Let's go back to the chat room real quick. We got PR Project Redwood. We got Brian Merlin. How you doing, Merlin? Hey, did I hear that Dibs might be in here? What's up, Dibs? And Panhead, how you doing, Panhead? Nice, good having you in here. So let's go over to the Ask Hollywood questions, and then we'll get into the main subject of today. Would those, I'm talking about those ones that have passed away and stuff like that, but those that were, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, would they recognize the biker scene today? And that's going to be one of our subjects after Ask Hollywood here, because I got some good ones here, actually. Let's go here. Dale Richie. Hey, Hollywood, how do you feel about an MC that doesn't follow their bylaws and losing whole chapters? Well, how do I feel? I really don't care because I'm not in a motorcycle club. But, most legitimate clubs are going to follow their bylaws. The ones that have been around the longest, you can always tell the strongest ones and the longevity of a club is by how their people follow their bylaws. You got... well, let's see. You got AOA that's since the 30s, Angels since the 40s, Pagans, Mongols, what was that, 59, and then the Ditos in the 60s. And you've seen how they grew and the reputation that they gained, and that was all about following the bylaws. Now, you got the pop-up clubs. Everybody knows, pop it up, because I can't go out there and put the balls into it and put the prospect work in the hang-around period. But anyway, those are the clubs that usually don't have any bylaws or don't follow bylaws, and they're the ones on the outside looking in because their shit folds within a year. That's basically what happened. You know what I mean? Let's see here. What do we got here? JT. Hey, Hollywood. How do you feel about Zach Wilde and the Black Label Society wearing a three-piece? I recall years ago reading he had permission, but I'm not sure. Just curious of your thoughts on it. It's like a Sons of Anarchy patch, man, but it's a band, It's not that serious, But again, I'm not in the clubs. I don't know what their points are on that right now. I know when I was in it, it wasn't that big of a freaking deal because it's a band. Come on, most of these guys wearing that stuff are in their early 20s, mid 20s, and shit like that. So, just a freaking RC, not even an RC. It's just a freaking patch that you buy on the shelf and stuff like that. And it's a band, and I guess they like Black Label Society. My favorite band in the world. I was once asked that. If you guys can, because somebody asked me, not only what my favorite band was, but what was the band that reminded me the most of the biker lifestyle? And that has to be, Dago and Criminal History, man. His one song, Legend, he used to SOS. If you guys can, he passed away, rest in peace. But guys, check him out. He's a damn good one. And there's a ton of other biker bands out there. Good Time Charlie, man. Come on. You got to give it to Good Time Charlie. He's the man. He's a good bluesman. I love blues. I like that kind of stuff. I'm not really into the bigger bands and shit like that. I'm more into the local kind of scene. We're trying to put together actually for the benefit on December 14th for Neon 1%er. Get some bands going. And by the way, when that goes on, you'll see the show. It's going to go live from the benefit. So you'll see the party going on, hopefully some of the stuff going on, and I'm working on some freaking honeys, man. We're going to have like a little telethon, try to get Neon there. We're almost halfway to his goal. Thanks a lot for that, Dan, man. You're awesome, my band. You're awesome. Hey, Dibs, you are in here. Rock and roll. But anyway, let's go to our next one. Davis Mahabis. Dude, that's fucked up, man. What kind of name is that? I bet your parents hated you, dude, to name you something like that. It must have been hell with you for a kid. But anyway, Insane Throttle, you make all kinds of homophobic comments. Really? I do. Dude, go suck a pole and go sit in the corner and go jack Peter and Paul off, man. What do you want me to tell you, dude? You're in the wrong lifestyle if you can't take my homophobic comments, man. And I'm nice right here on line because there's certain guidelines we got to do. But what the hell is that? You make all kinds of homophobic comments. You know what? Go ride your moped or something, man. Go and when you grow up and shit like that, come back. Then come to the show and you'll be okay. You might be grown up. You might have a hair on your ball or something. Give me a break. What kind of homophobic? Mac, what's up right there, man? Hey, I'm busting on a freaking queer. Anyway, let's go back to our main topic today. So, do you think people that went through the lifestyle that passed on would recognize it today? No, the hell they wouldn't. And I say that because, well, just like this comment here that this guy just threw at me and shit. It's all PC out there now. And a lot of the older guys that are older than me will know this. It was nothing but partying back then, letting loose, having fun, didn't watch what the hell we had to say. But with this rub invasion, man, they turned this shit into complete water. Let me tell you. I was talking to Die Mitz today. That's one of Germany's biggest newspapers. I actually put the video up for tomorrow of the interview. She was interviewing me about Harley and all that stuff. See, all these newspapers around the world love getting interviews and shit with me, and once they do, it's like they repeat and repeat, and they always want interviews and shit because I don't hold my tongue. I'm not like their other guests and shit like that. But anyway, I was telling her, man, that, and you'll listen to it, it has changed so much since 1994 that it has actually become boring to be a freaking biker now, man. I remember, and that's like when I was talking about that club stuff yesterday, when that one guy asked me about, if they would have got embarrassed in front of their kids or some shit, and I said, well, why the hell you taking them in the first place? Because that's something foreign to me. I would have never took my old lady. And one of these days I'll have my old lady on the show with me and we'll just go have all kinds of freaking fun. And she can tell you the freaking shenanigans that we did when I was back then, man. But if you read the New Age of Biking and Brotherhood, the book that I just released a couple months ago, it goes in there about the way it was in the early 90s, man. It was some hardcore stuff, and you wouldn't want freaking women and kids around you at that time. And besides that part of it is, I always had a honey or two with me, man. What are you, crazy? And if the freaking old lady didn't want to join in the fun, she would have to wait outside on the porch. What are you kidding me? That's what being a biker was all about. Going out there partying, getting drunk. Well, I got high because I don't drink. But, and laying around all naked and shit, man. Really. That's what it was about. And now it's like, what the hell are you people thinking out there? Do you have any fun? You're homophobic. Man, fuck you. You suck cock. What do you want me to tell you? That's what you do, not me. I don't care. That's what you do. But just don't bring that shit around me. Anyway. Mr. Perfect, I swear I'm innocent. I believe you. Anyway, let me go into here real quick. See what you guys got going. Smoke another one, right? Anyway. Project Redfoot, lots of laughs, homos suck, but be respectful, ha ha ha. It's like, why even put that on there? Don't people have any regards of how they look? Me, I get it. I have to do that. I do this stuff. This is what I do for a living and shit like that. So I let loose. I do what I have to do to be me. But doesn't some people have dignity or self-respect? They put that stuff on the internet? Jesus Christ, man. But anyway, if you guys want to go ahead and call in, man, you guys can. That's up to you guys. I'm going to leave the lines open right now. Let's see what we got going on here. I'll turn it and get it ready to go. But yeah, now some of you guys out there, like Norse or Merlin. Hey, Merlin, do you think they would recognize the way things have become now? I don't. I actually think they turned it over in their freaking grave because back then, a lot of freaking, and this is about 99% of people, cops and bikers didn't mix back then. And now it's like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Chi-Town CFFCKC. What's up? How you doing, Chi-Town in the house? Kingsman, Arizona. David, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? But where we got? What else we got going on in here? Hey, Hollywood. Richie says thank you. That's all right. Tell him I say thank you too, Lexi, for the question. Yeah, if you got questions, go ahead and send it in. But let me go ahead and address that thing because BD put that freaking video up yesterday. And you know what? I've decided that this is the last time I am giving this Joker any damn airtime. He's trying to write off the coattails of guys that actually got people and shit like that. But you see that video that BD did today on freaking old Chuckles over in the desert and shit, man? Dude has that he studied as a freaking cop at college or some shit like that. What the hell is that? It does make a lot of sense because I said to BD, I was like, it makes a lot of sense what this asshole's doing, going around talking bullshit about all the 1%er clubs and stuff. So, but BD got in that ass today, man. Let me tell you. Got in that ass. But that was some funny shit. But yeah, guys, old Chuckles won't get no more airtime over at the Madhouse because, after looking at BD stuff and other stuff he's just looking for freaking attention. He's a joke. And you know what? He don't deserve to be on a freaking platform that actually gives him the voice to be a freaking retard. So, he can all go over in Fairyland and shit. We gave him a chance to debate with New York. He gave him all kinds of excuses, all that bullshit. When he came here to Chicago, we said, hey, let's meet in person. Let's have our debate in person. Let's have a club member there. Of course, he didn't want to show up because he knew damn well that he couldn't be running that freaking bullshit like that. Thanks again, Dan. Awesome, man. Awesome. But yeah, if you guys want to call in, let's get her going. If not, I'll give it a couple minutes, man, and I'll try to. Yeah, very out of character for BD. I loved it. You know what? I did too, man. BD is not like that usually. He's usually calm, cool, collect. You usually got the morons like me out there going around mouthing and shit like that. And BD went off, man. He got that Chuck E. Cheese shit going on with that Dow. That was funnier than shit. Then at the end, call the cops, call the cops, call the cops, call the cops, call the cops. My God, if I was this dude, I'd be running and burying my head, man. But again, he freaking goes to, the cops and all that, the Leo shit. I believe Chuck blocks, deletes, hides my comments. Yeah, he does that shit all the time to everybody. If you don't like your shit, he won't put it out there. Where if you believe in what you're standing for, then, of course, you're going to debate your position. But right now he's banging on the biker codes group. Dudes went loony, man. I think he lost his heroin or some shit like that because he is just going stupid today. But so Merlin, did you want to call in or what's up? You gonna call in from that rig? Yellow.
Sorry, I might have dialed the wrong number.
No, would you want to call? Where'd you calling?
Hey, sorry, I wasn't sure if I had you live on here or not.
Oh, you're live, man.
Awesome. Hey, so I'm calling all the way from Idaho. I'm actually pretty new to your show.
What's up, buddy?
So, no, I wanted to comment on your, how much it's changed. I remember when I first started riding back in 2002, and there's a whole different lifestyle between how it is now. It's all PC now, and it's really sad.
Right. How old were you when you started riding?
Well, heck, I'm 36 now, so I started riding probably when I was about 19, 20.
Rock on. Now, how do you feel between the two different generations, man? Because I know my generation looks at stuff one way, but were you raised to look at stuff?
The way I was raised to look at in the sense of PC or in the biker world.
As far as being a biker, man, were you raised to be, hey, let's go out there, party, let's ride hard, let's fuck even harder, or were it's like, hey, man, you're talking about you're being gay and shit like that?
No, riding's riding. All that bullshit out there when it comes to, who's gay and who's this. Go do it on your own time. Stay the fuck away from us.
Man, I love it.
That's the way we look at it. Out here, we just finally got our first HA chapter this year. Mongols just came in last year. And it's a whole different world. I remember when they couldn't even mix or anything. And I remember going to a funeral a couple years ago, and there were both of them there.
Right.
But also at the same time, there's still shit out there. And I know I live in a very prominent, how can I put it, refugee area. And so PC and LGBT and all that bullshit around here just really dumb, and it's really sad because people have to hold back their tongue and keep it to yourself. I have rights, you have rights, and that's what I look at it. Riding's riding, and people try to involve all this other stuff. Honestly, the toy runs are what we should be paying attention to, and living and having fun.
Right. Now you're out of Idaho, man. You must have some beautiful country out there.
Oh, dude, it's one of the best places to ride, in my opinion. I don't get out and ride as much as I'd like to, but I've ridden between here and through Montana, Wyoming, down through Nevada.
Rock
it's
and
just
roll.
Beautiful canyon and mountains.
That is awesome, man. Here we got cornfields and concrete, man. That's awesome stuff right there, man. But I really appreciate you calling in the show and being a part of the channel, man. That's cool, man. Getting you on. When did you join up?
I want to say 2 or 3 months ago, I fell across yours watching Black Dragon. So,
oh, rock on. You're watching BD. Awesome.
Yeah.
What's your most favorite subject, man? I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
Most favorite subject? I honestly like watching stuff about protocol because I think it's probably one of the biggest things people forget about is that when it comes to clubs and writing, it all falls down to respect.
Rock and roll, man. That's awesome hearing from a guy your age. Yeah, protocol's still alive, but you'll have a lot of naysayers out there say, hey, well, why this, why that? But there is a big reason for it. So, but I really appreciate you calling in. We're going to get some other people on the line with me. But what was your name again?
Kevin.
Kevin, thanks for calling in, my man.
Hey, have a good night.
Merlin was trying to call in while I was on the phone with Kevin. Let me see if I can call Merlin back real quick. Let's see where he is. Merlin, if you guys know who Merlin is, you're about to learn who Merlin is. But that's real cool, man, getting it from the younger generation. Let's see if we're going to get Merlin on the line here. You got to turn it down, Merlin.
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Okay. Oh, not much. Just sitting here in Weatherford, Texas.
Oh, you driving today?
I'm finished for the night.
Oh, rock and roll, man. Enjoying the show then. What did you think of BD today, man? That was just like rock on.
Oh, God, I loved it. I've been waiting. Like we talked last night on the phone. My wife knows more about this stuff than he does.
Right.
She doesn't. She got with me. She didn't know nothing about bikes. We got together in 2009. Now she knows more about biker clubs and everything else. I listen to BD and stuff, and she rides the bike with me. She stays on the bike with me. Yeah, I got a good woman. She tells me as long as we're together, we will have a motorcycle till we die. So
rock and roll, man. You know what? Are you helping him with this new setup? Because this new setup looking killer now.
Oh yeah, I'm his executive producer, so I'm out here hunting down news things for his new biker news and any kind of story. Right now, we're working on a story with some clubs out here in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, rock on.
Some fundraisers they did. try to get out there with the positive side of biker clubs and stuff too, not this crap that Dallas, Texas police and Fort Worth police that did there at the stockyards, a month ago, and
Right.
just try to get some positive stuff out there for everybody to watch. So yeah, get my background. So nobody thinks I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been riding since I was 18. My first club I joined is in 2006. They're in Arizona. My last club I was with when I retired was the Grateful Bastards out of Yuma, Arizona. I've been working with BD now for the last 2 years on things, calling him for asking him questions and advice and everything, and I got him that set up with Adam Sandoval.
Oh, rock on.
It was,
You know what we need to do, man? We need to get me, BD, and I got to get Dibs on at the same time on the thing, man. That'd be a freaking blast, wouldn't it, if we could get all three together?
Oh yeah. I started how I found you. I started off watching Adam Sandoval. My wife found him on there. Then suggested to me was Dibber in the Wind. So I started watching him over in the UK. Then BD came up and he started talking about you. So I looked you up and I've been hooked on you guys ever since. So.
Rock on, man. I really appreciate it, Merlin. Thanks, Long Rider, for that, by the way. And thanks, John Green. I really appreciate the UABA, man. That's awesome stuff right there. But, yeah, if we can, let's try to get Dib on and BD, man. Let's, because we can pull them in on this OBS studio now. And I think everybody in the audience, I have a freaking ball with everybody on.
Oh yeah, especially a live question and answer with all three of you guys. You doing the 1%er, him doing UK, and then BD doing the 99%ers. But I also know this too, that not every 1%er is a 1%er, and not every 99%er is a 99%er. Because I've known a bunch of 1%ers and 99% clubs. I a bunch of pussies in a 1%er club. I'm not naming names, but.
Well, you know what? I totally agree, man. I know that some 99%er clubs out there, some badass, man. Like I always say, is out of Chicago, man. The DC Eagles, the 99% NFG patches they wear, and they back that shit up. Them DC Eagles, some bad motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. I like Big Kaz's definition of a 1%er. 1% way of giving zero fucks what anybody thinks.
Right. Well, I love Big Kaz to death, man. Big Kaz is the man.
Oh, yeah.
Rock and roll, man.
Retired now.
Rock on. Well, everybody has to take a break every once in a while, you know what I mean? But thanks for calling in, Merlin, and I'm going to see if I can get anybody else on the line, and if not, we should work on all that, man. Get me, BD and Dibs on.
Sounds good.
Rock and roll, man.
I'll talk to Black Dragon about it, and you guys have to figure out with Dibber then.
All right, sounds good, man. But you drive safe out there, man. Be careful on the road.
All right, appreciate it. You guys have a good night.
You too, Mer. All right, anybody else that wants to take the last phone call, go ahead and call in if you want. Mac, you're still in the house. How you doing there, Mac? Sinister Shyrock, Harley Charlie. I don't tell anybody who I know and who I don't know. That's just, that's the way I've always been, and I don't out them on line, so don't take any offense to that, Sinister. Hollywood, call the Tramps. Have them call me, Ironhead. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get it here. We're calling now. I'm in a good mood. JB.
What's happening?
Andy, what's up there, my man? You're live on air.
Oh, we're live on air. Oh, okay.
You're live on air on the Madhouse. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, not too bad. How about yourself?
Good, man. Ironhead wanted me to give you a call. See how you doing.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with him. He's got a whole bunch of Ironheads over there. I told him, I said, yeah, we got the hookup for you. I said, we got new old stock, we got old trusties, we got brand news, whatever you're looking for, we got it.
Rock and roll, man. How's that video coming? You got one coming up this weekend?
Yeah, we're getting it together. We're still tweaking it a little bit. We're trying to do just a variety type thing at first, just to kind of, get people introduced to it and stuff. We don't want to just come out with okay, we're just doing this. We're gonna, kind of do a little bit of everything at first, and then get into the more, I guess you could say, in particular things later. So.
Right. You guys all excited and stuff?
Oh yeah, we're super stoked, dude.
You get Mike finally on the idea?
Oh yeah. He's down with it. They're chopping up a VL frame right now. Him and Brian are in the back milling it out right now, so they're trying to get something work. So
rock and roll, man. Hey, you're coming on the 14th to the benefit, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, I'll be there.
Oh, rock and roll, man. Because I'm gonna sit you down, man. Because I got that 3-hour show I'm doing it. So you will sit there, chill, do a bunch of, have some fun, if you will.
Hell yeah!
I'm ready
to shoot the shit.
I'm bringing the herb, man. So no worries.
Hell yeah! I'm like a good time to
me. So what other project you got coming up this year, man?
As far as bike builds go?
Yeah.
Well, we got the 67 Jenny shovel that we're still working on. We got the VL that we're doing. We got another panhead that we're doing now. And it's a real panhead this time. What else do we got? We got a couple of baggers that came in, that we're redoing and stuff. So it'll give us a good variety, for the video content and everything, because I don't want to just keep it strictly vintage stuff. Like I said, I want to make it a little bit for everybody and stuff like that. So we got plenty of stuff to go around, and that way we can show the whole motorcycle group, this or that or whatever they want to learn or figure out or whatever. So
right. Well, I want to get Ironhead, man. I heard he has some damn good bike. We got to get it featured over on Insane Throttle, man. Biker News, like we did Captain Drift. Shit, that would be awesome.
Hell yeah, for sure. Yeah, you said this whole family's got Ironheads over there, so.
Right. Fucking A, man. Well, you know what? When I walked into your shop, it was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? It's like walking into a time machine. That's what I remember when I came into the scene. It's not like today where, you got all this electronic hippie shit. You're like me, I hope, because I don't even like radios on my bike. I can't stand radios. We
don't even we got video games systems in the front shop, and we don't even have new video game systems. We have an Atari and a Nintendo. I mean, we keep everything vintage here. Like there's not a scanner in this shop. There's not a, what I mean? It's if your bike's not running because it doesn't got spark, it doesn't got air, and doesn't have fuel. That's the three things. That's it. No sensors, no bullshit, no radios, no nothing. Just riding like it's supposed to be.
Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. Hey, before we go, man, shout out everything, your information and all that to the audience.
They can find us at 5340 Forest Hills Court. That's in Loves Park. And the shop is open Monday through Friday, 4 to 9. The weekends are by appointment only. Our shop number is 815-978-1228, and that actually goes directly to my cell phone as well. So if we don't answer, if it's on the weekend or whatever, he normally gets back to me, and then I can meet somebody on the weekend if they, need something that's an emergency or anything like that. So, yeah, 815-978-1228, trampsninjachoppers.com. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. We're getting everywhere, YouTube.
Rock and roll. So, well, let Neon know I said hi, man. Hope he's getting better and shit, and tell him that I got that information out to Germany today, man. We got his benefit out there. I got it in the newspaper out there for him when they interviewed me today. So tell him keep his head up high.
Yeah, he was telling me about that today, and he was. I was like, hell yeah, man, that's fucking badass.
Yeah, it's got out there, man. So, but you tell him I said stay strong, and I'll talk to him probably later on tomorrow or something.
All right, for sure, man. Yeah, I will.
All right, talk to you later, buddy.
All right, later, Howard.
Bye. Oh, BD in the house, man. Hey, BD, man, can you take a phone call? Let me know if you can take a phone call. I want to call you. Who wants to get BD on the phone? Come on, let me know who wants to get him on the phone. I'm calling you. Pick up the phone, BD.
Yeah.
What's up, BD? You are live on the air, my man.
Oh, let me turn my TV off. Let me turn my desk down. There's a delay on the thing. How you doing, Hollywood?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? I just talked to Merlin earlier, and I said, shit, I seen you in here. I was like, we got to get BD on.
Oh, I was a little late. I was like, oh my gosh, oh heck, I'm missing my show. How you doing, man? You're doing great out there. You're looking good, man.
Thanks, man. We freaking got everybody all hyped up in the room now that you're on. I was telling Merlin that we got to get me, you, and Dibber on and on the OBS thing and all freaking get together and have a freaking show. It'd be cool as hell, I think.
Oh man, that would be totally cool. we need to go to Europe to do it though, and go hang out with Dibber and Israel or someplace. You know, he's all over the world.
Hell yeah, we have to do that. Either that or go to Malta. I want to go see Jester, man.
Oh yeah, I think that would be cool. Yeah, they got to get us some bikes so we can go over there in style.
Rock and roll. Hey man, everybody is pumping up and talking about your video today. Holy shit, man, was that a smackdown?
Well, I disdain conflict. I don't like conflict with anyone. It's not my cup of tea, I started this thing to talk about how bikers should treat each other and how we should respect each other and ride free and have a great time. Right.
And you have been, man. You've been, you're more measured than somebody like me, where it's like, hey, screw you. It's just like today. I seen that one comment directed towards me. It says, hey, man, you talk too homophobic. Well, that's just me. Too bad. But you're really a good freaking guy, man. And what I never understood about Chuckles is what the hell is his problem, man? You're a good guy. You're out there providing education because God freaking knows a lot of these people go out there and they don't know what the hell they're getting into.
I can tell you what happened with Cheese, and I made a statement one time, and it really grabbed him, and he's never let it go. And after I made that statement, he's been after me like a devil with a hot poker, and I think it probably hurt his feelings. I said you could never be me, because he had come on and he was going, he was doing his thing and jumping all over me and all this kind of stuff, and I didn't mean it as if I was better than him, and I even tried to apologize to him for it. What I meant was, standing on the outside talking in is just bumping your gums.
Right.
Until you put a patch on your back, prospect, and for me it wasn't easy. I prospected for almost 5 years. So, I was probably voted least likely to succeed. But I got in and I did what it took to get to the top of my organization over a 20-year span. And so then I became responsible for other people's lives. You can throw people out to the woods and have people going and attacking people and walking around with constitutions in their hands and all that kind of stuff. But when you got to put a dead body in the ground and look at somebody's wife and she looks you in the eyes and say, my brother, my father, my son, my husband believed in you and followed you, Black Dragon, and you led them to their grave. That's not something that Cheese will ever have to deal with, because Cheese will never do what it takes to get to the top of any organization. So that's what I meant. You can throw your insults around all day and all night. You can tell lies. You can misrepresent what I said. You can do everything possible to generate viewers to your channel. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to walk it like you talk it. You're not fixing to step out there with an MC. You're not even going to step out there with an MC that you don't get a blessing for. You're going to point out everybody else that does it, but you're never going to do it yourself. So I wouldn't debate that person. He's an outsider. He's not in this. He doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. So after a while, he just keeps pushing buttons. But hey, I don't talk to people that, you know, it'd be like me trying to tell an airline pilot how to land his plane because I played a video game that teaches you how to fly.
Exactly.
It's not the same. You're not fixing to land on the Potomac like Sully did.
Exactly. And you know what? That, you know, you brought that up. You prospected for 5 years. Now that takes dedication and that takes heart. And not only did you prospect for 5 years, but you did it with the Black Sabbath, one of the most storied clubs off the West Coast. And you made it to be national. And I don't, you know, we were talking earlier today, people do not understand what it takes to become a national officer. And like you said, you are responsible for a ton of people's lives, a ton of them. And for him to come off something like that, and like I said to the people today, this is the last time Chuck gets any airtime on my show, because he is that kind of person, like you said, where he's just trying to get the attention. Now, we were nice enough and told them, when you come to Chicago, we're going to set up an in-person debate, because when people are talking like that, you want to talk to them in person and have a debate. And we're going to have the club side of it. So we were going to have it at a clubhouse. And all of a sudden, he didn't want to show. So right there, it shows a lot of people what the dude's about.
Well, it goes back to MC Protocol and kind of makes me laugh, because he mixes bikerism with MCism, and they are really kind of two different things. Because if he were into this world and he were invited somewhere, he wouldn't be alone. His club brothers would show up.
Right.
So he'd have nothing to fear. His sergeant would roll, and we'd roll over here and handle this business. And that's something that he will never taste. Maybe he will taste it. Maybe he'll have what it takes one day to you know, the motorcycle club is about we. There's no my, me, I in the MC. And those people that are about that, they don't last long, or they don't have good careers, or we see them getting patched out and you're up out of here. The thing that you have to understand about an MC is that you must give everything you are, and here's the part that I hate, and expect nothing in return. The MC is fallible. It's made of human beings. Human beings are fallible. The MC is not some thing that rides in the sky like a god or something. It's made of human beings that have their fallacies, and they're going to let you down. And everything you do for the MC, you do for the greater good of the MC and the greater good of your brothers and your brotherhood, despite their raggedy asses, and forgive me for cursing. So I got raggedy dudes around me, and I'm raggedy. But we're going to love each other, and we're going to support each other, and we're going to hold each other up, and we're going to fight through our base tendencies. We're not going to mess with each other's women. We're not going to screw a brother's wife. We're not going to steal a brother's bike or take a brother's money or take advantage of the treasury. And these are all things that can happen, and we have to work harder each time to be better than we were yesterday. And the MC is about a growing experience of taking people and bringing them into your extended family and loving them sometimes better or more than a family that you didn't have, or better or more than a family that you do have. Because these people have dedicated their lives to being your brothers and your sisters. And it's something that a narcissist will never understand. A me person will never understand, why are you giving to those people and they don't deserve to be given to? And I don't do it because they deserve it. I do it because I love them. They are my motorcycle club brothers and sisters. It doesn't get any plainer than that.
Man, I couldn't have said something. You know what? I've learned so much from you since finding your channel, and I want to let my audience know that, I do talk to a lot of the clubs out there, and they are really appreciative. They actually send prospects to your channel to look at your stuff, and I want the people out there to know that yeah, we got our differences in the club scene. You got your whites, your blacks, your mixed, all that stuff. But these clubs are sending their prospects to your channel to learn what you have to say, and that's a big, big accomplishment there. And just like I said, I still learn from you, and I've been in it forever.
Well, I appreciate that, but you and I talk a lot, and I learn from you too. And I've been thankful to guys like you and Dibber who have taken me in and just really helped me. I can never thank Dibber enough. I like to thank him publicly. We don't always agree on everything, but the guy always looks out. I can say the same about you as well. And so I don't know. I never expected any of this stuff. I never expected to be walking around a motorcycle shop and everybody knows me. I made this thing for Black Sabbath guys because I was kind of upset with the way my brothers were handling things, and there was so much misinformation, especially as the internet was coming on, and you had all these channels coming up all over the place. And I just started really on Facebook until Big Cell from FHO only. FHO Atlanta GA, he's another YouTube guy, and Big Cell told me about YouTube, and that's the only way I got to YouTube. And that was actually, this is crazy. There was a guy that was a president for me, and he left my club, and it was ugly, it was just terrible. And this is how the MC works. One day he calls me up and he says, listen, I've been watching what you're doing on Facebook, and I think you need to get in touch with Big Cell. And to me, that was like, why would this guy reach out to you? Because how we broke up was terrible. He left the motorcycle club, et cetera, but it was the strength of the brotherhood. It never leaves you. And he felt that I would be a good energy on something like YouTube, and he figured Big Cell would teach me how to use it. And from Big Cell came Dibber, then came you, and just on and on. So it's a wild circle we run in now, man.
Rock and roll it is, man. But you got your shit going on right now, man. Let me tell you, I love that new news format. And when you get the teleprompter to be even better, I think. But you're kicking butt, man. You're killing it.
Well, I tell everyone, you got to work hard to keep up with you. Every time I come up with something new, I look around and you got something new. So it's like, it's tough. But I think we're going to have fun. I'm excited about the new blogging, not blogging, but podcasting I'm getting ready to start doing. And once again, that's your coaching. You've been telling me everything I need to do, every program I need to buy, every application I need to get, and I just can't thank you enough. So I'm excited about what we've got coming up December the 1st. It'll be my first attempt at blogging. I've had a radio program before, so I think I'll be all right at it. But, you got to work hard. And, one thing Cheese did say, Cheese did he had this thing where he was telling people how to make money online. He was talking about having a YouTube channel. And one thing that he did say that was really true is that people think you put these things up and you make money and it just comes in. You have to work. I mean, how many hours you put in? 15, 16 hours a day?
At the minimum, yeah.
You got to work to have these channels. You've got your YouTube channel, you've got your podcast, you've got your website with your news on it every day. You're up at 4 a.m. I mean, I know we talk. You and I call each other and talk in the middle of the night. You're up when I'm up. You just pick up the phone and call. So, it takes a lot to make these things go. I don't think that people really have a good idea of how much work we put in these channels. But if I'm doing good, it's because you've helped me. And if I'm doing good, if I'm looking good, it's because I look over at your stuff and you've got this new logo where you got these skulls coming out of the ground, and I'm like, hell no, I'm not going to let this guy beat me. Hell no.
Well, it's a friendly competition, and what I like, and I always tell the people on the channel, is we got so many sources now that we never had, that it's exciting to be in the industry now. We got all kinds of news coming out. It's exciting to be a biker.
But the one thing I would tell folks, and I've heard you say this before, you have to qualify who you're getting your information from, especially when you're talking about stuff like MC protocol. And when you're talking about stuff like how you're running clubs and things like that, you have to be careful. If you're looking at a guy, he's talking all this noise, and there's no picture of him riding with his motorcycle club, no video, nothing that you can see, that you can touch. And the last time he rode with his motorcycle club was 40 years ago. Then you have to take him for that kind of information. He hasn't been on the ground recently,
right?
So what could he know? So you gotta, you need to do sometimes just a little due diligence. You can do a YouTube search on a person's name, and if they've been out there doing something for a while, you're gonna see it. Like you're gonna go look at Adam Sandoval. If you're gonna type in Adam Sandoval's name, I mean, you would be able to see just a line of work that this guy has produced that would put credit to watching his channel and maybe taking what he said as something true. Because we're going to get a lot of these guys that look at this and they're going to start popping up, almost like a pop-up club. And, like cheese, they're going to have a lot to say, and they're going to be articulate.
Right.
And they're going to be well-spoken, and they're going to be masters with cameras and masters with storytelling and masters at presenting and marketing and editing and all these kinds of things. And you can't let the frilly stuff fool you.
Oh, you're point on, man. Point on. Well, I appreciate having you on the show, BD. I'm going to be wrapping her up. But if you guys haven't checked out Black Dragon's channel, it's called Black Dragon TV now. And it's over here on YouTube. Also, he has a biker news site coming out, as well as a podcast coming out. So you guys got to go out there, check it out. You get all kinds of viewpoints from different things. Like BD says, we don't all agree on the same things, because we got all kinds of different viewpoints. But go check it out, get informed. But I appreciate having you on, BD.
Thanks, Hollywood. Have a great evening.
You too. And that is the show tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Tomorrow, like I said, that interview with the German newspaper will be out. You'll see some of the stuff I have to go through a lot of these times with these foreign newspapers. And we're going to have, as usual, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I really appreciate you guys staying on with me. Every one of you, if I haven't said hi to you or called out your name, know that I'm watching. I see it, and I really appreciate you guys. But bring your questions over, and let's get this phone line hopping tomorrow, man. So I'll talk to you guys all later, man.